Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Richard Murray. I'm going to read 8 excerpts from my book, Sunset Children Stories. It is a collection of fables or tales, 62 fables and 26 tales. I must make it clear, Sunset Children's Stories is meant for the entire family, not merely for children. I titled it Sunset Children's Stories cause it represent a cadre of stories to black people in the American continent, in particular their forebears who lived enslaved, people who were forced to go to a land where the sun set. I constructed these stories purposed to modernize the originals. You may recognize the original versions, or you may not. Regardless, I hope you enjoy. The first excerpt is The Street Cat and the Stray Kitten. One day, a dog trainer saw a small stray kitten on the street. He bought it 2 cans of food. The stray kitten saw 1 can open on the ground. It was hungry, so it gobbled the food from the can. The dog trainer opened the next can in his hand. He asked the stray kitten, "Follow me, kitty." The stray kitten did. The next day, the trainer saw a street cat. He bought it 2 cans of food. The street cat saw 1 can open on the ground. It was hungry, so it gobbled the food from the can. The dog trainer opened the next can in his hand. He asked the street cat, "Follow me, kitty." But the street cat went under a car and said, "I heard the cries of the stray kitten and the howls of your dog. My life, while poor, is still too precious to give up on." The moral: every kindness does not come from someone kind. The second excerpt is The 2 Cats. Rain poured all around the city. Streets filled with large puddles and streams from sewers. A cat had a chicken wing. It was dropped on the floor by human children. The cat's home's door was blocked by a puddle. The kittens from the cat screamed loudly. They wanted food. The cat jumped above the puddle, reached the other side. The cat looked down to the puddle. It saw another cat had a larger chicken wing. Oh, so she thought. The cat dropped her chicken wing and quickly tried to grab the other cat's chicken wing. But she failed. Afterward, she tried to get her original wing back. But she saw it go into the sewer, and she heard wails from her kittens. The cat went over the puddle to find more food. The moral: like what you have and do not imagine others have better. The third excerpt is The Plastic Bag and the Leaf. In a park, a plastic bag said to a leaf, "You are useless. Me and my family are used for so many things, like carrying food, being shoes, and clothes. make up furniture in homes, and protect computers. What good are you? The leaf replied, It is because of me and my family that those that made you have air to breathe. And so, you might want to be from a tree rather than man-made. The moral: never think your popularity make you better. The fourth excerpt is The Sparrows Who Wanted a President. A group of sparrows lived in a green field in a park with budding flowers. They wanted a president. Whenever they had an election, they each voted for themselves. They asked Mother Nature for a president. Mother Nature's wind provided a rock. It hit the earth. It made a splash. The sparrows avoided it. After the stone stopped, the sparrows were happy. They danced around it. While they ate, they asked for a better president. Mother Nature's wind provided a hungry crow. Some sparrows survived. They asked Mother Nature for a better president. Mother Nature's wind was still. The moral: do not ask for better when you and others all have peace. The fifth excerpt is The Two Dogs. A beautiful dog lived in an apartment. Outside the apartment, a street dog lived. He liked the apartment dog. He tried to get her attention. The apartment dog did not notice the street dog. She talked to the sun. The apartment dog asked the sun, "Please marry me." The sun responded, "I would hurt your skin with my heat. The clouds is better for you." The apartment dog looked to the clouds. She said, "Please marry me." The clouds said, "I'm too cold and would freeze your skin. The wind is better for you." The apartment dog looked to the wind. She said, "Please marry me." The wind said, "I move around too much for you. Where would our home be? The skyscraper is better for you." The apartment dog looked to the skyscraper. She said, "Please marry me." The skyscraper said, "I'm too stiff. Hard to show affection. The street dog is better for you." The apartment dog sighed. She looked down. The street dog waited for the apartment dog to notice him. As she talked to the sun, the clouds, the wind, and the skyscraper. Before the apartment dog could speak, the street dog asked, "Will you please marry me?" The apartment dog just smiled. The moral: appearance is not deceiving in matters of the heart. The sixth excerpt is The Mice Election. In the walls of an apartment, a group of mice debated. One mouse said, "We should put a bell around the house cat's neck." All mice voted. The decision was unanimous. the mice would place a bell around the house cat's neck. The mouse, with the idea, called to vote on who will do the task. No mouse voted. Each mouse was afraid to do the task. No mouse wanted to be elected to do it. The moral: if you cannot act on an idea, it is worthless. The seventh excerpt is Kido Binti, or Little Binti and the Blue Dog. Every day after school, Little Binti's parents would join other parents. They would get all the kids to play in the same space in the park. The parents told all the kids, "Don't stray from the play space." One day, Little Binti saw a sunflower just outside the kids' place. She figured it would not be any harm, so she left out of the place and picked it. She noticed a lovely lily farther beyond and walked out to pick it. She stopped suddenly from the appearance of a moa loa. A loa is a spirit. Little Binti squatted, and the very busy loa did not pay her any mind until it got a strong puff breath from Binti. Knocked away, the moa loa hovered back. "Hey, be careful! I am little." "I'm sorry. My name is Binti. What is your name?" "Binti? You can call me Mr. Kutungesa." "Mr. Kutungesa? What are you doing?" "Collecting pollen, of course." "Isn't that for the bees?" "But you tore out a sunflower. Who are you to question me?" "This lily will continue to make pollen once I am gone, for the bees and others." Binti started to cry. "I'm sorry." "Shh," urgently said Mr. Kutungesa. "Don't wail, or Askari will come." "Who are they?" "They are the protector of the green. They don't like Moaloa." "Why, Mr. Kutungesa?" "They don't like that we take from the green. Seeds, pollen, berries. But we need it for our families. We will not starve." "There must be something else you can do." The Askari and other Lezi-Loa would have Moaloa working in mines and shops. But we don't like working around dead things, and we can't eat crafted stuff. We need nature's living gifts. "Do the Askari or other Lezi-Loa like flower pickers?" "Yes, the Lezi-Loa work for the Tajiri-Loa. The Tajiri-Loa love dead things." "I can help you, Mr. Kutungesa." "Would you? But you might get in trouble." "I am not scared of any big dog." Little Binti and Mr. Kutungesa went along. She used her finger to scrub pollen from flowers while Mr. Kutungesa bagged them. When his bag was filled, he told Binti, "It is time for me to go home. I know some parents are waiting for such a kind-hearted child to come home. Run quick." Mr. Kutungesa went underneath the leaves of grass and out of sight. Little Binti started to skip home when a loud howl was heard. She jolted still and heard a loud voice behind her. "Have you been collecting pollen?" Timidly, Binti said, "Yes, Mr. Leslie Loa. You will call me Mr. Ascari, and turn when I speak to you. Binti turned and she peed on herself, seeing the size of Mr. Ascari. He was really a very big blue dog. Ha! What is your name? Binti. Where do you live? Over there, 227, apartment 35. Let me see your hands. Mr. Ascari sniffed Binti's hands. You've been collecting honey. No, I wasn't, sir. Mr. Ascari. Mr. Ascari, I'm sorry. I see a flower. I pick. If I catch a similar whiff of honey on your hands another time, I will kill you. Little Binti turned and began to walk away. Suddenly, Mr. Ascari hollered again, and she jolted still. Binti turned, but Mr. Ascari was gone. Little Binti still felt his presence and walked slowly back home. Back at the gate between the play space and the park, Binti was overjoyed to be safe. But her mother yanked her so hard and brung her so close she could not breathe. Where have you been? This girl is crazy like you are, so, said her father. Just in the green, she replied. Both parents were very angry. That night alone, and just before she snoozed in bed, little Binti got a whisper in her ear. Mr. Kutugesa, she noticed. Hi, Binti. Thanks for not ratting me out to the Leslie Loa. My pleasure. He looked bad. Well, my reward is a story of my family before bed, and every night you spend the day grounded. And Mr. Kutungesa would tell little Binti many things about his world. The moral. The criminal injures another. The illegal break the law. Never be criminal to be legal. The 8th excerpt is Miss Nyongo's Freedom. In a nursing home at the edge of the city lived Miss Nyongo. During spring, she was allowed to pick flowers. During summer, she was allowed to walk along as the sun shined. During the fall, she was allowed to go to the supermarket and buy food for all in the nursing home. But during winter, she was not allowed to go out. The caregivers did not care for her in the wind or snow. Miss Nyongo felt alone. She wished she had family, so she could be free and enjoy all season. Then, at the March equinox, she got told from a caregiver, "You have a visitor." In the waiting room, Miss Nyongo was left to wait. Hello, Nyongo. Hello? I can't recall you. It is okay, Nyongo. I have a question for you. Would you like to leave this place? Well, I would like to, but I can't. My son was the last person in my family alive, but he died years ago. The state put me in here. I know, but do you want to leave this place? Mr. Younggu hesitated and hesitated. Yes. The visitor left and spoke to the nursing home officials, and Miss Nyongo was prepared. Also, Misty Younggu's favorite attendant came. "You ready to leave?" "Yes, it'll be great to be free." The visitor escorted Misty Younggu to a cab. Once in the cab, Misty Younggu spoke. I was too scared to not know your name. But what is it, ma'am?" "Miss Purr." "Miss Purr? I know that name, but I cannot recall." Miss Purr took Miss Nyongo to her new home. During spring, she picked the flowers that she grew herself, whenever she wanted. During summer, she walked along outside her home or on her porch, bathed in the sun whenever she wanted. During fall, she picked fruit and vegetables from her garden whenever she wanted. But during winter, she was so cold, so cold. The mice ran around her house. Miss Nyongo felt alone. She wondered where Miss Purr had gone. She did not need her until now. Crying, she picked up her cell phone to call the nursing home. She thought to herself, "Where did you go, Miss Purr? Where are you, Miss Purr?" As she dialed her cell phone, Miss Purr came through the door. "Miss Purr, please help me." Clad in a black outfit, black gloves, and black hat, Miss Purr's face was shrouded with a white collar. Miss Purr got on all fours. Shocked, Mr. Younggu said, "Miss Purr?" Then Miss Purr became a cat and chased the mice away. "Now I remember. Miss Purr! I thought you had died." Miss Purr answered, "I did, but I missed you so." Miss Purr then purred in Miss Nyongo's lap. They both kept each other warm and company throughout the winter, and enjoyed all seasons together ever after. The moral: all your friends are not or do not have to be human. I hope you enjoyed these stories. There are many more that I think will surprise you, shock you, but hopefully entertain you and make you think. Regardless, be safe.